All right, y'all. It is time that we expand the beehives. So we're going to go ahead and build some frames. Well, I'll tell you what, let's start with the box first. Okay, so we're gonna need a drill. We're gonna need these. We are gonna need these, but not yet. So let's grab a couple of these screws and go ahead and build these boxes. So these are the fronts. These are the sides here. Just like that. Nope. Like that. Okay. So okay. Go ahead and screw it together. We got 4 of these to make today and a lot of frames. Whole bunch of frames. All right, so we got our handles in the right spots, just like that. That looks nice and square. And I would say that's 1 down. You know, I would like to just go ahead and build all 4 boxes right now. So let's go ahead and pull those parts out. Notice how I keep saying let's. Why am I saying let's? You guys are just hanging out. I'm the one doing the work. There's no let's. I don't know about all that let's stuff. All right. Front and back handles right there. Handle there, handle here. Okay. Now, you probably should be using a drill rather than an impact wrench. These are like appendages to me. I've been using these things for as long as they have been being built. I'm comfortable with them. So either one, a drill or an impact. I can do the same work with both. I've spent many, many years with these things strapped to my hip. And I just feel comfortable with them. Now, for instance, on an impact, you have very little to no control over the ratcheting part of it. The part you hear at the very end where it clicks. Whereas in a drill, and I think I have one over here. Yeah, right here. So in a drill, this is a hammer drill, so you got the hammer section right there. See? And you got the drill section right there, straight drill. And then you got the ratcheting section, and then what this does is it helps you decide how deep you want the head to go into the wood. And when it gets to a certain point, certain pressure that you choose, it stops and it clicks. So you can make it, you can go real deep, or you can go very shallow. So you have control over your clutch in a drill. In an impact, you don't have that at all. What you have is that clicking that you hear is the same sort of function inside of here, but what it's doing is it's ratcheting, making it tight as it goes down. So you don't have a lot of control over it. That's why you should, if you're not comfortable with them, you should use the right tool for the right job. 2, 3, and 4. 4 boxes built. Nice. Let's build a frame real quick. We're gonna need some nails. We're gonna need some side pieces, and we're gonna need some bottom and top pieces. I'll tell you what, that knife has got to get sharpened up. You got to sharpen that thing up. It's in bad shape. I'm using it for construction the past couple weeks. Fairly got a blade on it. We could do that right now, actually. You want to do that right now? Come on, come with me. Let's do that. Let's see. I don't think we need to grind. Let's just sharpen. I can create a new section by using this grinding side here. Just like that, you see? There we go. So you can make your own serrated section. Sharpen it. Like that. There we go. So here's a bottom, like this. Here's a top, like this, and you see it's designed with these edges on them, and those are designed to sit in the top of the box. I'll show you that in a minute. So these are the plastic frames inserts right here, and they're made out of plastic. They got honeycomb shapes right in the actual plastic, and then it's coated with beeswax, and you need to have that coating. It helps them to get started. Let me see if I can even show you some of that wax. I don't know if you guys can zoom in this close, but do you see that right there on the edge of my nail? Okay, that's beeswax. Very sticky. So these foundations is what they call these frames. They fit right into this groove here, like this. And then this one fits into there. So what we're going to be doing here, putting these together in such a way okay, there we go. And I know people have, excuse me, scam likely. I know people have made jigs and certain things to set these in and make the process easier. I have not done that, obviously, yet. Let's see. So we set this one in here. This one goes in here like that, and then we put a nail in the top and the bottom. This wood here is way too thin for screwing, so we use nails. Probably too big a hammer. Just like that. So this is a frame, okay? That's all built, ready to go. And it's all ready for the bees to start to form their cells coming out. Okay, and they fit in the boxes like this. This is called the Honey Super. It's shallower than the other boxes. The deeps. The deeps are the brooders. That's where they're living right now. The deeps are very tall, and they've got much bigger frames. You can see the black frames here are those. So you can see they're much taller. The bottom brooder box, big giant box, okay, has all these frames in it. Okay, and they sit in here just like this, but it's tall, it's big. It's got the black frames. And the bees, the queen will lay all of the eggs sort of in the center. Okay, of this area, kind of blooms out. and they put in some bee bread, bee pollen, things that they collected, and they start creating honey off to the side. And you'll normally find these frames out here filled with honey. That's their food, okay? This is a super. And basically what's going to happen is we have the deeps outside in the bee yard and the bees are working it, and we will come along. Let's pretend that this is a deep, okay? All the bees are working in here. We have a top cover on it right here, and this is all they got. Now we want to expand the box, make it so that we can produce honey for ourselves. Well, how do you do that? Well, it's very simple. You put a super right on top of your deep, like that, you see? And you put the frames in it like this, and the bees will start working this top box, this super. But if you allow the queen to come up into this area here, then you will get brood. In other words, you'll get babies, you'll get larvae, eggs being laid, okay? You don't want that. What we want is this super is ours. This is our honey. This is for us to take off and harvest later and eat, sell, whatever, make products from it. Well, how do we keep the queen from coming from the bottom deep into the upper shallow super? We use one of these. This is a queen excluder. The queen is big, okay? And these little holes in this queen excluder are exactly the right size to allow bees to climb through, but not queens. Queens can't fit through here. Pretending this is a brooder, we set this queen excluder up on top. We put our super, honey super, right on top of that. And now the bees can come up, they can expand their colony, make it bigger. And when you don't allow a queen in, you only have these frames, you will get honey. Lots and lots of honey. The bees will expand out. And if that fills up, put another super on top of that and just keep expanding. So for today, all we're going to be doing is building these honey supers and our frames, and we're going to go install them out there with queen excluders so that we can start producing honey for ourselves. The bees will just keep making honey. They'll keep making honey and building their hive out, and they'll build it out and keep on making until it's so packed in there that they swarm. So it's our job to keep them comfortable, to keep expanding it, pulling honey out, putting new frames like this in, extracting honey and letting them go again, and keep on working. That's our job. Our job is to create a home for the bees that's safe and they're happy and they can do their job and live their life and just keep on breeding. All they do is work. They don't sleep. Their job in return is to give us some honey. That's it. They give us a little bit of honey. We give them a home. If the bees don't like that and they don't want to give us honey, well, they can go out there in the world and they can fend for themselves, right? That's what they do anyway. But we don't. We're building them homes so that they can be happy and healthy and continue to expand and grow and all that fun stuff. So, one down, 39 to go.